Growing up, I have really struggled with my natural hair, and it wasn't really something that I learned how to take care of growing up. It wasn't something that I really learned how to do growing up. I was really kind of trying to figure it out the older I got, and so I really stuck to just getting my hair braided or sew-ins or whatever, and so I never really took care of my natural hair. And when I had my son, my hair fell out. I had a lot of breakage, and at that point, I was just kind of like, look, the hair is what it is. I cut off a little bit of it and just was kind of braiding it back to back. And then I found out that I was having a daughter, and it kind of rang a bell in my ear. And I was like, I can't allow for her to grow up not knowing how to take care of her hair, not knowing what her hair texture is, how to, do her hair. And I can't expect her to know how to do that and not be in my position if I don't teach her and if I don't know how to do it myself. So I'm now in a space where I'm like, okay, I need to really figure out products for my own natural hair. I know how to make skincare products. I can figure out how to make products that will work for her. So now that's been my mission, figuring out products that I can use to that will really work for her hair. Her hair texture is a little bit looser than mine. I have like more 4C, 4B hair. She has more 3C, 4A hair. So her hair is a little bit finer. It's a little bit looser in texture. So I started creating a leave-in conditioner that has been really working out for her hair. This product has taken her hair from this to this, and I'm pretty proud of the products that I have made that have really helped overall with her hair growth. And so I wanted to share with you this particular leave-in conditioner that I think is going to be really great for you to use if your scalp is really sensitive, if you just want something that's going to not be very heavy on your hair. It's going to be a really great leave-in conditioner just to add in extra hydration. This is going to be a really great product to use as a leave-in conditioner. And this is going to be a really great product to use as a leave-in conditioner. Hi, my name is Nicole, and I help skincare business owners and DIYers craft formulas and develop their fragrances. If that's something that you're interested in, then definitely hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on videos like this. When it comes to natural hair in general, being very particular about the type of products you use is really, you have to be really intentional with it. My hair being a little bit coarser, I use more products that are a little bit heavier on my hair because my hair doesn't like hold moisture very well. It does dry out very quickly. So I try to make sure I have enough products so my hair stays moisturized, but it's not super heavy. And the same kind of goes with her hair. But her hair, like if I put too much product in it, it will look really weighed down versus mine. That's something that I've noticed. So I try to find something that's going to be lightweight but still very nourishing. So I'm really excited to share this formula. But let me know down below, what kind of leave-in conditioner do you like? Do you like something that's going to be a little bit that's going to be really heavy on your hair, or do you like more of a lightweight formula? But either way, let's get into this formula. All right, so let's get straight into our formula for this leave-in conditioner. Now, when it comes to leave-in conditioner in any emulsified product, you're going to start off with your water phase. Now, within our water phase, we're going to start off with Xanthan Gum. Now, Xanthan Gum is going to really be the stabilizer for our leave-in conditioner, and it's also going to help apply slip. So when you're adding it to your hair to detangle, it'll make it a lot easier for you to apply with your fingers and to comb out with your brush. So Xanthan Gum is going to be first. Now, I'm going to add this in along with our glycerin because I want it to make like a kind of like a slurry so that it's easier for it to dissolve once the water hits it, because Xanthan Gum is going to be thick and it's going to be hard to dissolve in water. It's going to take a little bit longer. So once we measure that out, and that's only going to be at 0.5%, then we're going to be adding in the glycerin. I like to add in glycerin because this is going to be humectant, and with humectants, they're going to take the moisture from the air and draw it into your hair, your skin, wherever you are applying. That's the powerful thing about glycerin. The only thing I will say about glycerin is that it can be a little bit tacky. But the whole purpose of adding it in with the Xanthan Gum is so that it can add in and create a paste when it's combined with the Xanthan Gum. This is really what you want, because once you add in the distilled water, it's going to make it a lot easier for it to hydrate into the water and get that serum-like consistency that you like. So you want to make sure that you Mix it all thoroughly because it's going to dissolve into the glycerin, and you're going to get like a slurry like this to start off with before you add in your water. So it's crucial that you do this in this exact order so that you can have the xanthan gum water mixture come out properly. So you want to make sure you have your consistency like this, and then at this point we're going to add in our water. So to continue with our water phase, I'm going to be adding in cucumber hydrosol. Now, cucumber hydrosol is going to really help, I feel like, as like a cooling agent to help just to, if you have like any inflammation, is going to just really help to calm down your scalp. I really like this as an ingredient as well. I'm only using this in at 10%. Cucumber hydrosol can have a little bit of a, slight fragrance to it, natural fragrance to it, but it doesn't really carry over into the overall leave-in conditioner. So if you're concerned about that, you're not going to really smell that in the leave-in conditioner once everything is emulsified. Then we're going to be adding in our distilled water. And this is going to be at a pretty high percentage of 77 because I really want this to be more of like a softer consistency that can be used into a squeeze bottle. Something that's going to really easily, go into your hair and massage into your hair without it being too thick. Now, as you see, once we added the water, how quickly it thicked up, and you have the xanthan gum that's already been hydrated. If I would have just added in the xanthan gum to the water, it would take forever. I've done that before, and it takes forever for the xanthan gum to really absorb and hydrate inside of the water. So by doing the trick of adding it into the glycerin first, it really helps to get that consistency so you're not waiting for it to fully hydrate once you add in the water. So that's just a really big tip that I always say to do if you're using xanthan gum or agar gum, or if you're using like hyaluronic acid, any of those products that is any like thickening agent to it, adding it to your glycerin is going to help to allow for it to get the consistency first before you add in the water. So now that we have our water phase all set, now it's time for the oil phase. Now our oil phase is going to be fairly simple here because I didn't want to have too many ingredients that are going to make the product very thick. So I want this to be very, very lightweight. So our first ingredient that we're going to be using here is going to be coconut oil. This is going to be unrefined coconut oil. It's going to just have really good slip. It's going to be very moisturizing for your hair, but it's also going to be very lightweight. As I said, my daughter's hair is a little bit finer than mine, so I don't want to have a product that's going to be too heavy on her hair. By adding in coconut oil, you're not having too much heaviness from butters that you're going to have within this product. So for the coconut oil, we're only going to have this in at 3%. Again, just to add in as more of like for as a moisturizer. So our next ingredient within our oil phase is going to be our emulsifier. So I'm going to be using BTMS 50. Now this is going to have 50% of the active conditioning agent within it, and so I really think that that's important to get as much conditioning agent out of your product as possible. Now when it comes to the BTMS 25, I'm only going to be using this in at 4% of the overall formula. You can also use BTMS 25 if you have that instead. It's just that it doesn't have the same amount of conditioning agent within it as well. Then I'm also going to be using emulsifying wax, and I'm only going to add this in at 1% because I think that emulsifying wax just really helps with the emulsification process and adding in as another thickener and stabilizer. So I wanted to make sure I added that in as well. Now the next product I'm going to be using is going to be shea oil. Now this is an infused oil that I made myself with the shea powder, and I really love the way that this works in my hair and my daughter's hair. And I made this infusion in my past video on my hair butter video, which I'll have linked right here for you as well to try out if you want to make your own infused oils with rosemary oil, shea oil. Like, there's so many different infusions you can use with herbs that will help with your hair, and so I added that in as well just to help with the growth aspect. So after that, we allowed everything to melt down. You want to make sure that you put the oil phase and your water phase in the double boiler, and you're going to take your water phase and pour that into the oil phase. And with this being such a thick consistency already, you can see that it kind of is taking time to even show that it's starting to emulsify. You can kind of see a little bit of like that white hue coming through, but it's not very noticeable at first. So we're going to take an immersion blender and we're going to pulse to get the right consistency, and you just want to pulse. And what I've noticed when it comes to using like xanthan gum or hyaluronic acid is that a lot of times it's not going to emulsify right away. Like that, for whatever reason, the thickness of that water phase and the oil phase takes longer for it to blend. So I kind of use the immersion blender and pulse more frequently with this to make sure that it fully emulsifies. If you only do like a few pulses like you would with a regular lotion, you're going to notice that it's starting to separate. And you don't want to see that separating. As you can see, when I take the immersion blender out, you can see that separation of the oil and the water. So we're going to keep using the immersion blender. You're going to see that it's going to get start to get that thick, creamy consistency that you need for your leave-in conditioner. So now, as you can see, as we continue to pulse, it's going to be a little bit airy just from the pulsing of the immersion blender, but you can see that it's starting to emulsify, and you're really starting to see the normal cream consistency that you normally would get when you're making any lotion or cream. And you really want to allow for it to sit and for it to cool down, because it is still fairly hot from being on the double boiler. So you want to just make sure that everything cools down, and then you'll start to see that desired consistency come up. But if you realize that you don't like the thickness that you're getting from this particular percentage that I have, then you can definitely another percentage. You can take away some of the water and adding in maybe like a shea butter, or by adding in more coconut oil. This will allow for it to thicken up, and also adding in more emulsifying wax will also help to thicken up the product a little bit more if you want a more thicker consistency. But again, I wanted this to be something that was really lightweight, because my daughter's hair is a little bit more finer than mine, so I want something that's going to be lightweight on her hair. So now we're waiting for everything to cool down. You can still see that it is going to be
this is a consistency that I want to be able
thicken up. So we're just going to allow for it to cool down, and then we're going to get into
squeeze
our
bottle
active
for.
ingredients that are going to really
So it's not going to be super thick
when it comes
like
to
a cream. It's going to be more like a lotion consistency.
Now I enjoy this formula in the way that it makes my hair feel, especially my daughter's hair feel, because I feel like it works great for her like looser hair that doesn't take like moisture and like heavy product very well. It works really well for that. Now if you are wanting to make more hair care products, and if you want to start your own hair care brand, I do have a hair care bundle that has a leave-in conditioner, a body butter, and a hair serum as well. Now if you watch this video here, I do have a video on how to start your hair care business, a label that you can learn how to make from start to finish. But if you don't want to make that label yourself, I also have that label in my hair care bundle as well that I'll have linked down below. And within that bundle, you'll get the label. You'll also get the 3 formulas and customizations on how you can change the formula if need be, along with any substitutions that you may need for each of the products, so that you'll be able to make them yourself and start your own hair care line. I'm all about wanting to help you start your own skincare business, and if you need formulas that will help you take out all the guesswork, and you can really start your dream business with formulas that have been tested, that are really do work, then check out all the formulas that I do have available. But to start off, a full bundle for hair care, my hair care bundle is going to be really crucial and helpful for you to start your business off with those 3 products that work great all together. And you have a label that you can start your business off with as well, which I've added on to that bundle. Alright, so now we have everything kind of cooled down enough to where we can start adding in any active ingredients that we have. Now, my main active ingredient I'm going to be adding in to this leave-in conditioner is going to be hydrolyzed collagen peptides. Now, this is going to be really great because collagen is going to help moisturize and restore your hair, add some smoothness, and just really be big for restoring your hair if you feel like it's damaged, or if you want to just add in some more restoration if you color your hair, or if you've had a lot of heat on your hair. Adding in collagen can be really crucial to your hair. So we're going to be adding this in to in the cool down phase, and this is gonna be at 1%. Now it's really important to add this in at the cool down phase.
Now, if you want to try out this formula for yourself, then definitely take a screenshot. I'll have the formula right here for you so that you can be able to test out this formula for your own hair. I really feel like this can work for, you know, most curly hair types, because it is thin enough to where it's going to not to be too heavy on your skin, or not be too heavy on your hair or be too light. It's a really good combination. My husband uses this sometimes for his beard as well, and I use this on my daughter's hair, and I'm telling you, using a leave-in conditioner that's lightweight like this has really worked tremendously for her hair since I've been trying to grow it over like the last few months. I'm gonna give this formula a try.